Law number 12. Be both fox and lion. This is Machiavelli's most famous lesson, and it's the hardest to master, because it requires two opposite qualities at the same time. Machiavelli says, the prince must be a fox to recognize traps, and a lion to frighten wolves. Think about people you know who are purely one or the other. The person who's all strength but no strategy. The person who's all cunning but no force. What happens to them? Here's what happens in most situations. Someone relies entirely on being smart. They outthink everyone. They're strategic. They're clever. But when they face someone willing to use force, they lose. Or someone relies entirely on being strong. They dominate. They intimidate. But when they face someone smarter, they walk into traps. Smart people understand you need both. You need the fox to see danger coming, and you need the lion to destroy it when it arrives. Let's say you're negotiating. The fox part of you reads the room, notices what they're not saying, sees the trap they're setting, understands the hidden game. But the lion part of you knows when to be firm, when to refuse, when to walk away, when to use your leverage. Notice the difference? The person who's only clever gets pushed around by stronger people. The person who's only strong gets outsmarted by clever people. The person who's both becomes unstoppable. This doesn't mean switching between them randomly. This means knowing which to use when. Think about your career. Sometimes you need the fox. Navigate politics, read the unspoken rules, build alliances quietly. But sometimes you need the lion. Demand what you're worth, refuse to be disrespected, make bold moves. Here's another way to see this. The fox avoids fights you don't need. The lion wins fights you can't avoid. Together, they make you someone nobody wants to challenge. Here's a specific example. Someone's trying to undermine you at work. The fox part recognizes it early, sees the pattern, documents everything, builds your case. But the lion part confronts them directly when the time is right, doesn't tolerate it, makes consequences clear. Smart people understand that being only strategic makes you weak. Being only strong makes you blind. Being both makes you powerful. When you practice this law, you develop two instincts. One that says, see the danger. Another that says, end the threat. You become someone who's rarely surprised and rarely defeated. Remember this. The fox without the lion gets eaten. The lion without the fox gets trapped. But the person who masters both becomes someone others fear and respect in equal measure.